Get this on the Torah, go on.
But Ketoret Yismach Lev. There's a pasuk like that in Mishlei.
The Torah says Sameach the heart. That's the Chiddush. You know, we know Yain, like you said, that we know. That we do.
Yeah.
So
That's what I got.
Tomorrow night with Charles, Mr. Shem.
Oh, very nice.
Teaching. So Mr. Shem will be making a chaim or two. We'll have a happy heart. But also the Yain Shel Torah, the Soda Torah.
Fine. Also, glad is the heart, but incense.
So one of the Nekudas, Gedalia offense is very strong on when he does his spoilers. He doesn't always do this, but he told me that he tries to make a stage, the concept of staging a life for living. Staging. My wife talks about this as well. Like in marriage, you make a scenario for romance, like not really romance, but for love to grow and warmth, and so the incense, the good smell makes a person puts a good person into good energy, a good spirit. Now it's said by the Torahs of the Beis Hamikdash that the smell was so all-encompassing of Yerushalayim that nobody needed perfume or any kind of other kind of smell. It sort of impacted the whole place. So one of the previous thoughts I had about that when I learned that in the Gemara, I think it's Gemara Pesachim, one of the because I remember Chadesh, I thought one of the reasons why it's such a choshev zach, this concept of the Torahs of the Beis Hamikdash impacting the whole of Yerushalayim, is it shows you how the kedusha and the tahara and the hashpah of the Beis Hamikdash impacted the whole place with that kedusha that was panemius. So the whole place, when people came there, the smell, everything was panemius. Yeah. Everything was coming from the holiest place in the world, the holiest hashpah. So even the smell, even the shalom bias, like the woman didn't need to create this whole like perfumed to arouse the man in a more like animal way. It was kulu panemius. Even the
and that came from the Torah.
The holiest place.
So it's like the intimacy. Smell like
I don't apparently in the Zohar, I know this is we're jumping a little bit, Rabbi Nachman we're learning, but there's an akudah there which says when you're with your wife in the shalom bayis and relations, that the part that creates the most pleasure is connected to the midst. It's like you bought keturis. It's like the grounding up of the keturis. I know that sounds
but why would the connection be to Keturah though?
Because it creates this
grounding up,
the grounding, like the intense pressure, like what even physically how it's created. I don't want to get into
the grinding, meaning of
the area, like there, it creates a tremendous pleasure, and you know this is a concept of Keturis. I remember once in the Chassan classes that was how the Rav referred to it. He said it's the avodah of Keturis.
Very interesting. And so then even the preparing of it is obviously.
So it's like a panemius thing, and then who knew only certain families were going to read about it on Yom Kippur. We're going to read in the Mishnayos when you learn a specific family who had this Masorah, and it's their Kohanim, they're people of Bifnim.
Yeah.
Hopefully Kohanim are people who are more panemius, or at least trying to be, and that's where they're based in the Mokum of panemius, and the Kodesh and the Kodesh Kodoshim with the Kohen Gadol. And the idea is to develop a more panemius connection, and that's where the Keturis goes on Yom Kippur. It goes into the Lifnai Lifnim, the Kodesh Kodoshim. It brings us more to this panemius place, and I think that's one of the nekudas here why it's connected in.
And so we have Keturah that we can say ourselves. That's ki'ilu like that. And that's ki'ilu like the Keturah.
Yeah, I mean we have to make our marriage into like a Beis Hamikdash. Like we have to make our homes into a shulchan into mizbeach, and we have to bring a good smell and a good energy, and we have to bring in the light like the menorah. We have to try, and if we have such a sensitivity, that's the mikdash ma'ad, every home, every heart, even in our hearts is a Beis Hamikdash. We start to think in those ways, and then we'll be very careful how we think, how we act, because that's the yira and the ava that comes down through the koach of the Beis Hamikdash. That's one of the reasons why we daven from Esrei. We're trying to mechavein, not that I was today, but if we are trying to mechavein, we're in the Kodesh Kodoshim. We're now in Olam Atzilus, we're in the highest place. And we have to try to get ourselves into that kind of headspace of doing Avodas Hashem, especially Yom Kippur, which is a more day of Ruchnius. It shouldn't just be a day of just davening for Gashmias things. We should try and have this alus, like an elevation, more of an elevation.
And Yom
So
Kippur.
so then our Gashmis will be elevated.
Yeah. That was a big idea. Have you heard that before about elevating your time?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. Yom Kippur's Malaman as well, but that's the Likutei.
He had said, he goes, but Rav Nachman got to a point where he realized, that's not what we're supposed to be doing anymore, is fasting all the time.
Yeah.
And then he said, he goes and he came out, he said, it really is true. Shlomo said it's true. Yeah. And then also giving tzedakah and a gezunta fast. Gezunta, did you hear that part? Is the gezunta fast that he's talking about Yom Kippur, or no?
I think I meant
Yom one. You're talking about Yom Kippur.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was that was the theme, no?
Yeah. Okay.
And that was the Torah, because the other fasts, like, we're not really recommending. Like, people, if we look in Shulchan Aruch, people used to fast every day.
That's correct.
So they made tshuva.
Yeah.
But this Rav brought down that there's like a panemius avoda of fasting. And I wanted to say a literature avoda. The 84 fasts that the Balatani recommends is Gematria Daf. So if you're a real litvak, you want to go learn the Gemara. You learn another Daf.
He recommends 84 fasts in a year.
No, it's Mesakin Bris in Yonim.
Yeah, but 84 fasts over the course of a lifetime.
I don't know, because Alavai should be one time, that you did the Pagam. But the point is that you learn a Daf Gemara and then you get it Memela. And everyone's learning Daf Gemara, so Hashem made it easier for us through Torah. So Rabbi Nachman's who spotted this. The Litvaks is through Torah. Whichever way it works, you have to do something. You don't just expect Hashem to be. I mean, He will mochu you. That's the koach of Yom Kippur. He will mochu you just for turning up, fasting, and.
So if the Baal Turim says 84, for example, he's like, well, it's 84 if you didn't have Yom Kippur.
Yeah. That's good to know. And when I spoke about this whole Indian with B'nai Akiva boys, I said that this is Ben Shemaim. They wanted me to talk about tshuva, so I spoke about tshuva and the Gamma Bris. It's a big topic, and we're going to mention a name here now, but Eliezer. Now Eliezer says Rabbi Nachman here in Torah. On the wrong page. That was a mistake. We actually finished Ches. Would you believe it? We're now on Tes. Yeah, Sif Tes. So Eliezer is not the Likutei. But that was funny. It's funny. I was on the wrong page. There Chashma, nice. Yes. Remember we talked about this content. Some people don't say the word we mentioned because it's like from the Markava. V'dova emes levava. We have to speak truth in our heart. We mentioned this before. Ma bishla munah, and the clothing to a munah. Hu b'chinas ritzuas. The ritzuas. Now this is an extra point we didn't get to yet. It's the first time we're seeing this concept of ritzuas. Ritzuas we know are the straps to tefillin. Yeah. So ritzuas, for example, when it comes to hilchos tefillin, they're the ones that we're least makpid about in terms of Torah Hashem b'ficha and the whole thing. Yeah. But at the same time, they have to be black. They have to be shachor. There is halachas with them. Now, what the Ritzuas do, they go from the moyach, from the mind, from the tefillin shel rosh, and they mamshich all the way down to your beten, to your stomach, and to your bris. So they're obviously an Indian of elevating those two areas of the chila and kedusha. Yeah. So these straps, these are the concept of surrounding malchus, and this is amunah. So as it sounds underneath, it's pashetzem ebosis al achas mekavanas tefillin shemafias. He brings creates chaydim makif, kabbalah the side of surrounding light, kabbalah persha seichel nivdil, the seichel that's above, that's separated. Ma'ava l'chol saga, so it goes above our understandings. It's often good to know about that we have these makifim and these higher levels musagim that are beyond. The way I remembered when I first got interested in Yiddishkeit was I was looking for this light. I was looking for light. I was looking for the flow. I was looking for the hashgacha pratis. And I read a book about this concept that people have aura, have light around them. So there's a concept in Kabbalah called makifim. We have this light surrounding us.
That's kind of like when Charles bought the tefillin machine to read your light.
Wow.
Do you remember that, the machine? No. Okay.
That's paladin. All right. Anyway, there benigud lepanimia. Shemivati shekol mokenchem baris. So slightly, makif is the opposite. Like sovev is when you go b'finim. Sovev kolamin. Oh no, male kolamin is no. Sovev is panimius. Male kolamin is surrounding. So that's the Indian of makif. one of the things we do a lot on Sukkot, we go and we do these makifim, we go round and round. And we connect into the Oris Shal Makifim, that talks about it. Lulav and Esra, when we do the Hashanas, we go round and round. And this whole Indian of connecting into the surrounding light. That's something that apparently we're able to do on Sukkot. Hashem should protect everyone. Yeah, it's interesting. Hurricanes like surrounding us. We have to spins round us. We have to have those kind of ruach of kedusha. One of the things of Lulav and Esrog, it fixes up all the ruchas, all the winds, all the ruchas ras.
Right.
So we have to mechavein a little bit more this year to fix up all the negative spirits around us, especially because a lot of Jews in Florida. It's gonna. We feel bad for the whole world.
It's interesting. So it's big. I never even heard of it. My parents live there.
They do now?
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
Well, in Tampa? They're not in Tampa.
No, the other side. Both of them.
Anyway, let's hope everyone's okay.
Also focused on our own hurricanes.
Yeah.
For sure. It's good to see you. Good to see your son.
Yeah, it's intense, man. You had a visiting day?
No.
I know our wives are talking. I saw a message come up on my phone. But it's so intense. It's so beyond words what he's going through, and it's like a hurricane.
When did you see him?
I went to see him yesterday. We went there to the beach around 1 o'clock. First we went to get him from his base. A park is actually a park. We had to be like somewhat near.
Where was
we
it?
went as close as we could to the beach, as close as we could, and it was really intense seeing him. He drove some of the way to get us there, and it just he opened up. Obviously nothing intel that we're not allowed to know, hopefully, or just in terms of his emotional and some of the moments, and it was very, very a lot of intensity. When you hear about, it's life or death kind of situation. They were close to being what happened to Egos. It could have happened to them because they uncovered a lot of equipment from America, from Russia that the Hezbollah have. How they get the American one from the UN. The UN didn't do their job there, but the opposite.
Yeah, right. The peacekeepers.
Yeah, they're not. So we're having to do their job, and our boys are having to do their job in the most dangerous territory, like the way the mountains and it's like Taliban country of Afghan, like you're going into such a place, and it's Hezbollah.
You're not accustomed to.
Yeah, it's army, it's trees. He was cut up, his hands had all cuts, and he had bruises, and you're not sleeping because the army's goal is to try and get this done as quick as possible. And they want to move the Hezbollah far away from the border, and they need to do it as quick as possible. And that means they need to do it when they're inside. They need to do as much as they can. So his unit was so much in nefesh, they didn't sleep the whole time they were in. It was over 90 hours. So in order, and they had in the merit and the schus or Sata Dishmaya or the tefillahs of everybody or learning or whatever is the merit, they were able to uncover a tunnel that was filled with what the Hezbollah wanted to do another October the 7th. And then that same time while we're sitting there talking about all this, suddenly we see a whole group of Mifanim, the displaced people from the north came to the beach. And they had a whole ceremony there, and they put up balloons. And I said to my son, all these people in your merit are going to be able to go home soon. And all your friends' merits, all the soldiers' merits, they're going to be able to go home. So it's real. This is real stuff going on.
Yeah.
This is real security. This is real Mesiras Nefesh. He's living in a state of Mesiras Nefesh. He's incredibly strong, and he's incredibly scared all at the same time.
More than even Hamas.
Yeah, this is way more a bigger voter than Hamas. We need to step up. I don't know why there isn't a feeling, the urgency. Maybe there is. Maybe we just got used to it. I don't know. But the war up there is much more urgent than Hamas. Hamas they were ruling.
It's a different war.
But it's a much more intense. The way they feel about it is much more difficult, and they're much more concerned with what they're dealing with. The Lebanese ran away from the border because they want Am Yisrael to do our job, do their job. Yeah. Anyway, Hashem should protect them, and the discuss of learning Torah and discuss of tzaddikim.
All right, so when you punish a child, speaking of the punishment, you only punish him with a shoelace. And if he learns, fine. But if he doesn't learn,
here
let
is
him
that's another
keep his
Indian.
friends.
Straps can also be how they used to discipline,
Right.
which we don't do that anymore.
Right.
Speak for
You're
yourself.
saying it's less than that even. Okay, the shoelace is like maybe not as bad, But okay.
I brought it to favorite source shel tefillin, like
Okay.
it's heilige straps. There shama Rav Shmuel bar Shilis, kad timchei liyanuka lo timchei ela barak sad nisane. Translate that. It's we don't have much
Yeah.
time.
So when you punish him only with the shoelace.
The main thing is amunah. That's the Likutei. It has to come out with amunah.